tennis, the game we all know and love. We all know the likes of Roger Federer, Serena Williams and Novak Djokovic, who battle it out at the Grand Slams every year. But where did our amazing sport start, and how has it developed into the sport that has become today? Well, that's what I'm going to be sharing with you in these episodes. These episodes will be showing you the long, amazing history of the amazing sport that is tennis, and how some guys hitting balls with their hands in 12th century France became legends battling it out in front of thousands on the centre court of Wimbledon. Just stated before, the origin of tennis has been traced all the way back to 12th century France. Yes, the 1100s. This was before rackets were involved, as it was only played with the hands, and it was called Jeu de Paume, which is French for palm game or game of the palm. It was played by kings, nobles, and commoners alike in France throughout this period. The first known man to play this game was Louis X of France, who constructed indoor courts in the late 13th century. There were many other kings of France who also enjoyed this game. As for the differences with today's game, is that the court was enclosed, they did not have rackets, the net was a lot higher and it was played inside. Sometime after this, the game was spread into England and possibly the other parts of Europe as well, where the rules were different every single place you went, as there was no fixed set of rules at this time. Where the actual name tennis came from was from the French word tenez, meaning to receive. What happened was the server yelled out tenez, meaning receive, to their opponents to warn them that they were about to serve. This was around the 16th century where the name tennis in England caught on, and it was referred to as either real tennis or royal tennis. Although the game was still played indoors at this point of time, and the ball was hit against a wall in a similar fashion to squash, hands had developed into gloves, which had developed into paddles, which had eventually developed into rackets stringed with gut. Around this time, some big fans of the game were Henry V and Henry VII of England, and Francois I and Henry II of France. Later in 1555, the first ever known book on tennis was written, called Trattato del Gioco della Palla. Then in 1571, King Charles IX created the Corporation of Tennis Professionals. This time was the height of real tennis or royal tennis, the origins of the game we all know and love today. This game also did play a role in the French Revolution through the tennis court oath, but it slowly declined in popularity over the next couple of centuries while other racket games such as squash or racket increased in their popularity. But tennis was to make a return midway through the 19th century in the new form of lawn tennis, where new inventions such as rubber and the lawnmower were to allow two intelligent men to invent such a game almost identical to the one that is played today. But that is the subject for the next episode. Thanks for watching me, JB Tennis's The History of Tennis. Episode 1, The Origin. Please like the video if you enjoyed it, and if you want to see more future History of Tennis videos, like and subscribe and comment any suggestions that you have. Thanks for watching.